Hey everybody, got another video here for you. So when you get a new replacement neck for a parts caster build or whatever, there's two things you want to always do right off the bat. And the first thing is you want to check and make sure the truss rod works, because you don't want to spend time like recarving a neck or refinishing a neck or whatever, even just putting tuners on it, only to discover that it has a seized truss rod. So you always want to check and make sure that your truss rod actually turns and works. So crank it one way and make sure you can get relief or back bow or whichever, and then crank it the other way and make sure you can get it to go flat, and then get relief or back bow or whatever the other direction is. Like right now I've got relief, and then I go the other way. Yeah, that's pretty much all the way counterclockwise. Now if I crank it clockwise, I should be able to get the straight edge to rock on this frets around the middle of the neck. So we just give it a few cranks here. And now it's just about to the neutral position. Now it's starting to go the other direction. And it's getting tighter. That's pretty tight. And yeah, now it rocks. So this truss rod works. And I'll adjust it so the fret plane's flat later on. And the second thing you want to do, and you only have to do this if you're going to use the stock nut, is you want to check your nut slot height. And for that, you get a thin straight edge, and you use it kind of like a fret rocker across number 1 and 2 and in the nut slot. And you want it to just wiggle, just like this one here. This is perfect. You want it to, you set it across the nut slot and the number 2. If it rocks on number 1, then your nut's too low, and you use the CA glue and baking soda trick in order to build the slot back up till it's high enough. And Stu Mac's got a video on that, I think. And then if it's not low enough, then there'll be a large gap here at the number 1 fret, and it'll wiggle. If it's just right, then it will be a very, very small gap like you see here, and it will wiggle and not touch the number 1 fret. So this nut looks like it's good to go, which is not surprising. Most of these import necks that I get a hold of, Music Lily, Alkanov, this is neither of the above, but it's a decent quality. The frets are a little rougher. This looks like one of the types where they just use some kind of a milling machine and just bzz the ends of the frets right quick with some sort of CNC method. But yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, I don't need fret work in order to turn it into something super nice, but at least I got the nut slots correct. So this thing's ready for fret work and assembly. Yeah, I told you what to do if the nut slot's too low. If it's too high and you've got a big gap here at the first fret, then you want to get yourself a set of nut slotting files and file down the nut slot a little bit until you get it nice and close. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. So, until the next one, everybody, have a good one.